Hey guys, Scals here. Welcome to a special little video from Rink Side Chatter. I just wanted to give everybody an update on some of the predictions that we did at the beginning of the year in our first ever episode. So I'm just going to go over what we predicted for the top 8 in each conference just to see where everybody is standing on that, as well as the records from Toronto and New York Rangers at the Christmas break. So I know it's a little bit behind, but with the holidays, I was not feeling well. Just want to give everybody an update on that. So first off, let's start with the Eastern Conference. As you can see, the New York Rangers are in first place. Boston Bruins are in second. Islanders third. Maple Leafs fourth. Panthers fifth. Flyers sixth. Capitals seventh. Lightning eighth. And then all the teams that are not in the playoffs. So I had predicted that Toronto would be in first, so I was wrong on that. They're down 3 spots from where I predicted. I predicted Carolina would be in second. They're not even in the playoffs. I predicted the Devils would be third. They're not even in playoffs. I predicted the Rangers would be fourth. They're in first. I predicted Tampa would be fifth. They are in eighth. I predicted Pittsburgh would be in sixth. Again, not in the playoffs. Florida in seventh. They're up to fifth. And the Islanders in eighth, and they're in third. So that gives me 5 teams that I predicted correctly would be in the top 8, albeit not in the right spot. Still a pretty good percentage on my part. I'm quite confident with that. That's about a 62.5% correct. So I'm okay with that. Dusty had Carolina first, not in playoffs. Toronto second, fourth. Devils in third, not in playoffs. Rangers fourth, first. Florida fifth. He got that on the nose. Great job, Dusty. Ottawa sixth, dead last in the East. Buffalo seventh, 14th place. And Pittsburgh in eighth, not in the playoffs. So he had 3 correct, albeit one of them was dead on the nose in the right position. Shadow had Carolina first, not in the playoffs. Pittsburgh number 2, not in playoffs. Toronto 3, 1 ahead of where they are. Florida 4, again, 1 ahead of where they are. Rangers in 5th. They are 4 spots ahead of where he picked. He also had Buffalo. They are not in playoffs. Islanders were in 7th. They are in 3rd. And Ottawa also, again, last in the East. So he had 4. So right now I have 5 correct from the East. Dusty had 3, and Shadow had 4. Let's move along to the Western Conference. This is a whole big rigmarole because no one expected Vancouver to be even in the playoffs on any of our top 8s. So let's go off of how they are right now. You have Vancouver in first, the Golden Knights in second, Dallas Stars in third, Avalanche in fourth, Winnipeg Jets in fifth, Kings in sixth, Predators in seventh, Coyotes in eighth. So we'll start with myself. I had Colorado in first, so ahead of where they are now. I had they're 3 spots below what I picked. I had Dallas in second. They are 1 spot below where I had said. I had Edmonton, who is not in the playoffs. I had the Golden Knights fourth. They are 2 ahead of where I picked. I had Minnesota in fifth, not in the playoffs. Seattle in sixth, not in the playoffs. Kings in seventh. They are ahead of where I predicted. And Calgary in eighth, not in the playoffs. So I had 4 correct. Dusty had Edmonton in first, not in the playoffs. Vegas in 2. Again, got that right on the nose. Good job for Dusty. Colorado in third. That's 1 ahead of where they are. Dallas in fourth. So he swapped Dallas and Colorado. Minnesota in fifth, not in the playoffs. He had Kings in sixth, right on the nose. So great job to Dusty. Seventh was Seattle, and eighth was the Flames. So Dusty had 4 correct, with 2 of them being in the right spot. Shadow had Edmonton in first, San Jose, which we all know how bad they are been this year, Colorado in third, Dallas in fourth. He swapped those 2 positions. Calgary in fifth, not in the playoffs. Anaheim in sixth, not in the playoffs. Seattle in seventh, not in the playoffs. And Winnipeg in eighth. So he was the only one that picked Winnipeg, and that gives him 3 correct out of the top 8. So, all right, by us. Little room for improvement in the West. I feel we did a better job in the East, but there's still plenty of time left because these standings that I'm going over are as of the Christmas break. So this is the same standings that I am using for the New York Rangers record and the Toronto Maple Leafs record, which I'm going to be going over in just a few moments. We did predict some coaches earlier before the season started of who we thought might be on the hot seat. Unfortunately, I want to say we were correct on one of them. We had picked Berube from St. Louis to be on the hot seat, and that had come to fruition. He was one of the 4 coaches that has been fired so far this year. So let's move over to what we predicted the New York Rangers to be. So right now, the Rangers at this point had a record of 23-8-1. Dusty predicted the Rangers to be 17-7-8. Shadow predicted the Rangers to be 12-15-5. And I predicted the Rangers to be 18-11-1. So I was the closest with the Rangers. I was still off by 5 games overall. So it was quite impressive. I had predicted them to be at 39 points. They're at 47. So they're 8 points ahead of where I was predicting them. So not too bad. Pretty close, but could have done better. Let's move on to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Dusty picked the Maple Leafs, which these are Dusty's and Shadow team. I am a New York Rangers fan. Dusty predicted the Leafs to be 14-15-2. Shadow predicted the Leafs to be 16-10-5. I predicted the Maple Leafs to be 17-9-5. The Toronto Maple Leafs' current record as of this point was 17-8-6. I almost hit this dead on the nose to start the season. I was off by 1 extra loss and 1 fewer OT loss. So they technically had the same amount of losses. It's just as one of the extra ones came in overtime compared to what I had said. So I was off by 1 point on this. I'm flabbergasted. I'm quite amazed that I was even that close. What surprises me most is how off Dusty was with the Leafs. Shadow was pretty close too. He was 16-10-5. So he's right there. Me and him were very close on this. Great job to me and Shadow. So I just wanted to keep everybody updated on this. We will be coming back this Friday. It is a special night. It is on Friday. We are doing a collaboration with Puck and Stoner Dads. They have a show on YouTube. If you don't follow them already, I do suggest following them. We will be live at 10 p.m. on Friday on our Twitch, as well as their YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment on the videos, share it out to all your friends that enjoy hockey. Let's make this a big thing. We love hockey. You love hockey. Let's make other people love hockey too. I'll see you guys again soon. Have a great evening.